Hi, my name is Joya and welcome to my channel, Adventure Beyond Front Door. I'm still a little bit nervous about doing these kind of things, so hopefully you'll come along with me and hear what I have to say. Today's video is about, are you fit for your next big trip? I realized a couple of days ago that I've only got 6 weeks left until I'm actually going to be going on a big trip. Well, it's not big, it's for a couple of weeks. But one of the things I've realized is I don't think I'm physically fit for this trip yet. I know that there's going to be a lot of stairs, a lot of walking around, probably doing around about 20 to 30,000 steps a day. And I'm questioning, how do you know that you're fit for your trip? One of the things that I'm finding is, now that I'm over 50, is that I'm no longer in my 20s, no longer in my 30s, even my 40s. And the things I was able to bounce back from when I was in my 20s, 30s and 40s, I'm finding it harder to actually bounce back from these days. I've had more injuries, taking a lot longer to come back from those. And one of the things I'm finding is the sun. I have to wear sunglasses when I'm out in the sun these days because the glare is just too much for my eyes. Well, we should wear sunglasses anyway, but that's one of the things I'm finding. And that's why I'm questioning myself. Am I ready for my trip in 6 weeks? I guess, personally, I'm not. So what I'm going to be doing is, over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to put together some commentary about asking you, are you ready? And one of the things that I have found is, after turning 50 a few years ago, that I'm not fit. So what I'm trying to say to people is, are you physically fit and are you ready for your trip? Just remember, this is my take on my fitness. It doesn't mean that you aren't physically fit, but take into account, are you ready? So the question is, what am I doing, or what am I going to do to make sure that I am fit for my trip? And I guess the first thing is making sure that I can walk, taking care of my feet, taking care of my shoes, making sure I've got the right kind of shoes. Sorry about all the traffic, but I'm walking around a park. Are you ready for your trip? And I guess the first thing is your shoes. What kind of shoes are you going to be wearing when you're away? I've found in the past few years that my feet are sore from just walking in normal shoes. So I've actually gone and tested several pairs of shoes in the last couple of weeks to make sure, especially the ones I have at home, are still okay for me to wear. So I'm just saying to you is, if you have shoes at home that you do go walking in, they may be okay. You might just need to buy a new pair of shoes to go walking when you're over there. But make sure that you do take at least a month walking in those shoes. Walk out all the blisters, work out all the kinks, because you're going to be on your feet when you are traveling a lot more. You're going to be dragging a suitcase. You need to have good gripping shoes. And I suppose a lot of people don't think about what they're wearing when they are pulling their suitcases along. And you need to work out, are the places you're going to, where you're going to, what kind of walkways are they going to be? I found in Europe, there's a lot of cobblestone. And to be honest, you don't want to be wearing shoes that will get caught in the cobblestones. You want to be wearing shoes that are going to guide you over the cobblestones. Sandals, I would not wear them when I'm out on a day out. High heels, definitely not, because that'll hurt your lower back and then you're out for the rest of the holidays. But think of your footwear. Think about what you are actually going to be walking in when you do go on these holidays. And just work it out before you go, not the week before you go. Think about it a few weeks in advance. One of the other things that I have been doing in the past week is thinking about how to get around if my back hurts, or how to get around if my knees hurt, or am I taking what I need to on my trip? Start thinking now. Do a mock-up of your suitcase. Weigh it. Think about what you're going to be putting into it. 6 weeks out probably is a good idea to start thinking about that. Checking on the internet. What is the weather going to be like? Approximately around that time. There are weather reports which will help you out with that. Think about what medications you're going to take with you. Because in some countries, you can't take some of the medications that we have from here in Australia. And one of the things I did find out when I was in Europe was even Voltaren gel. You have to go into a pharmacy and they have it behind the counter. It's just normal strength Voltaren. Sorry, got that wrong. It's just a standard strength Voltaren. Whereas we have Voltaren 12-hour here, I wasn't able to get that to put onto my aching bones and onto my back where it was hurting. So think about those kind of things when you are traveling. Ask your doctor. Ask the pharmacist. What can you take into that country? Google the countries you're going to. And make sure that you don't take the wrong medications. And make sure you take your medications, enough that will cover you that time. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just letting you know the things that I think about 6 weeks out from when I am traveling, and making myself a fitness regime on what I believe that I need to do before I travel. So in 6 weeks' time, when I'm walking around all of those places, I want to make sure that I am safe physically with my injuries that I previously have had, and make sure that I am getting the right things for my body physically before I actually leave in enough time that I'm not going to have an injury day one of my holidays and it's just totally blown. So with this video, with all my rambling and with everything I've got to say, is I hope that you will think about when you are traveling what you need to do and what you need to prepare for. And think about when you should start preparing. For me personally, 6 weeks in advance is exactly what I need to do. And I hope that you do like this kind of content. I will be hopefully bringing you each week or every fortnight leading up to my trip, just some other little hints that I have found that I have done in the past and what I have learnt once I turned 50, how different international travel or even domestic travel has changed the way that I pack, the kind of bags I will take, and what lessons I've learnt. Because that's the only way of helping each other out and hopefully having a fantastic holiday. I hope that you've enjoyed my content, enjoyed the information that I have provided. I look forward to seeing you in my next video with more hints and more help. Talk to you soon.